Hi everyone. Oh, I need to get myself comfortable. I cannot get comfortable today. Anyway, sorry I'm a couple of days late going live, but better late than never, hey? Sorry, a bit of a tricky week this week. I'll tell you when you all come on. But I'm going to start putting some makeup on because, yeah. And I wanted to today because I've got some things to talk about because Charlotte Tilbury has got some comebacks and I just wanted to compare it actually with the palette that I did yesterday. So when you all come on, I will talk to you about that. I don't want to keep repeating myself. So I'm just putting some MAC Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation on. I have moisturised and I'm just going to do this. I might take these earrings off because they're lovely, but they might get in the way. I can just see myself pulling them out. I actually braved... Oh, hello, Claire. Hi. I actually braved buying some clothes. I don't like buying clothes because I've put on a lot of weight since I've not been mobile and my legs are very swollen and things don't look as good. But I did. I actually... Hello, Robin. Nice to see you. So I actually did do it, and do you know what? When the parcel arrived with the clothes in it, I couldn't open it for an hour because I was so nervous of what it was going to look like on. Isn't that silly? But anyway, I did it, and they looked okay, so I'm pleased. I haven't put them on yet because I'm so chuffed that they look okay that I've kept them in the bag. It's funny the way our minds work. I've got something in my eye. Now listen, what I wanted to tell you all, welcome by the way. You probably heard that Charlotte has bought back. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Jack's arm is a lot better, thank you. He hadn't broken it in the end, and they put him in a splint for a couple of weeks and it's as good as new. But he was off at the beginning of the week. He had a bit of a tummy bug, which I'm hoping I don't get. My other half got it as well. Because at the moment I've got enough to deal with. I've got an ulcer on the bottom of my foot, and I don't know whether Mother Nature's been kind or not to me, because normally I can't feel... Oh, yeah, it's going around, I think, the tummy bug. Normally I can't feel it much in my feet, but this one has decided to give me one I can feel. So the good thing is I know if it's getting worse, but the bad thing is it's sore. And I've been told I've got to try and stay off my feet. Now, I wanted to tell you about Charlotte Tilbury, so I'll let that foundation sink in. So she has bought back Exaggerize, which is this one, and I meant to get the Pillow Talk one as well. I'll see if I can get that in a minute. So she's bought that out, and a lot of people are asking whether it's similar, and I did do a video. Let me just see if I can grab this Pillow Talk one. Hopefully it's here. No, it's not in that one. Hang on. It's this one. I'll put it nearer to me. Right. Right. Pillow Talk. Where are you? Pillow Talk. This one. Right. So she's bought back Exaggerize, and people were saying but they were waiting for Pillow Talk. And other people were saying it's quite similar. So I thought I'd show you that. But also, if you watched my video yesterday, you will have seen that I did the Daniel Sandler palette, which is also quite similar. So I thought what I'd do today is to show you these 3 palettes, because everyone goes mad for Charlotte. I'm dropping everything here. Everyone goes mad for Charlotte, but actually I just think Daniel's palette is beautiful as well, and very similar kind of shades. So I've got all these palettes out to show you the difference, so that you can actually have a look. So they're all on the peachy pink kind of spectrum. So let me just, because I get confused. This one is Exaggerize by Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the one she's just released again. And it's sold out pretty quickly, so if you're interested in it, I'd get it pretty quickly. Then this one is Pillow Talk. So I'm just going to hold these two up together. So as you can see, they're quite similar. The big difference between them is that you have got, on Pillow Talk, you've got 2 matte shades, and on Exaggerize, you've only got 1. But actually, these ones, she calls this one Define instead of Smoke. But if you see this one as Smoke, the 2 smoke shades are very similar indeed. And then the difference is that you've got the enlarged shade, which is has got a shimmer to it, like that. And this one is matte, so possibly a little bit better if you've got older lids. But then you've got Daniel's. Let me just see if I can do this. You've got Daniel's then, so let me just show you that so you don't see everything in the mirror as well. Then you've got Daniel's. Now can you see how similar they are? Now it's probably a little bit lighter, but I thought I'd swatch you all of them. If the lighting's any good. I'm so clumsy today. Right, Exaggerize. So please feel free to ask any questions. And she's also re-released her Rose Gold, which has inspired me. I was thinking what I might do is put on her Rose Gold Eyes to Mesmerize, and then put Daniel's palette over. So you can see, like, I can have a Charlotte Daniel combo. Right, so Exaggerize. I'm just going to show you Exaggerize. So that's Exaggerize, okay? And then I'm going to run out of fingers, aren't I, to show you Daniel's? But maybe not. I've just had an idea of what I can do. Hold on. So let me then go into Charlotte's Pillow Talk, and I'll put that underneath on the same finger. A Charlotte Daniel combo. Yeah, it sounds like a McDonald's, doesn't it? Can I have a Charlotte Daniel combo? Right. Honestly, I do make up some silly things sometimes. I'm just putting the equivalent shades of Pillow Talk underneath on the same finger so that you can see them together. Please feel free to jump in and ask me some questions, though. I am keeping a lookout. And then we have... Right, now can you see that underneath? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Now this one here, so this is the prime shade of Pillow Talk. This is the enhanced shade of Pillow Talk. This is the smoke shade of Pillow Talk. And, oh, brilliant. I'm glad that I'm really chuffed when I know that my recommendations have worked. And then this is the pop shade of Pillow Talk. So they are quite similar. So that's Pillow Talk, and that's Exaggerize. Now, let me just... Where's my tissues gone? Oh, I'm not well set up today. Where are my tissues? Never mind. I need to wash these black trousers anyway. Terrible. Right, then I'm going to put Daniel's on the other finger so that you can see them. Now, it's a little bit lighter, but... And also, his is a face palette, but you can use it on your eyes. It was limited, and so was Exaggerize, but they are very similar. So, can you see how they're sort of on the similar spectrum? Although obviously you've got darker smoke shades in Charlotte's, and this is designed to be an illuminating palette. It's not actually designed to be an eyeshadow palette. So they are very similar. So I just thought, do you know what? Let's get the rose gold out and put Daniel's palette over the top. How about that? Also, I can't wait to try this. It's not really a daytime look, but look at this. This is his gold shade. And that on the lids. I suppose I could. What do you think? Let me know. And I've also, there was a lady on here, and you know I'm going to forget her name, but there's a lady on here that asked if I could swatch Glastonbury. And as I have a nice maroon jumper on today, a cardigan, I thought I would put that on to show you, because there was somebody asking about Glastonbury. And I was a bit worried because she said thank you the other day because I said I'd put it on, but I'd mixed it with Velvet Underground. Go for it with the gold. Okay, shall I? I'm just wondering, should I put the rose gold underneath? Should we try it? Put the rose gold Eyes to Mesmerise underneath and Daniel's gold on top. I wonder if that would work. If you don't try, you don't know, do you? Let's get my Eyes to Mesmerise. Just so you could see the rose gold. Because these also, her Eyes to Mesmerise work as a very good primer too. So it's a bit like, you know, people talk about wetting eyeshadows to make them pop. If you put a creamy, exactly, it can always be washed off. If you put a creamy, a cream shadow underneath, it does the same thing. Do you know what would actually work? No, I'm going to do the rose gold. I'm going to stick... A star gold would work with it as well underneath. But I'm going to be adventurous. Come on, rose gold. Where are you? No, that's Verushka. That's rose gold. The only thing about the rose gold... I'll be interested to see if sometimes I wonder whether they do a sneaky kind of reformulation. A lot of people said about the rose gold, including me, that it's a beautiful colour, but it just didn't come across as pigmented as their other Eyes to Mesmerise. It was a little bit more sheer. And I wonder if the next batch is going to be more opaque. But I'm not going to buy another one in case it's not. I haven't put any powder on, you know, or anything, but never mind. So this is the rose gold. I'm just going to put it on with my fingers. And I'm going to use this as a primer for Daniel's gold. When you see this gold, oh boy, it is beautiful. Right, so that's Charlotte's rose gold Eyes to Mesmerise. So what have you all been up to this week, apart from sick children, which I can totally understand? I'm going to put a little bit under my eyes. Right, now Daniel's gold. It is, isn't it? It's very nice. But it is very sheer compared to her other ones. I suppose you could build it up. Right. I know, we're getting near to Christmas. So, silly lighting is not... I'm going to put this gold on. Oh, you get the baby blanket done. Hi, Sarah. Do you know, I started knitting a cardigan when I was pregnant. And I didn't finish it. And I found it the other day and I thought, you won't fit it now. He's 10. Right, here's the gold from Daniel's palette. In fact, it is so pigmented, it's probably going to cover all that rose gold. But never mind. Maybe it'll bring a bit of pink through it. Look at that. I just love it. I could bathe in this gold. Oh, thank you, Claire. I think it's just... Daniel does gold like no one else. I said that to him. He's so unassuming as well. You know, you see all these big makeup companies going, oh, look at my highlighter. Doesn't that pop? And then you do that on his and look at it. I mean, talk about pop. There you go. Isn't that lovely? Actually, it kind of works with the rose gold. And then, actually, what I'm going to do to go over that rose gold a little bit is I'm going to take this pink in his palette, the sort of more matte one. Why is he so underrated? I think it's because he just doesn't... I think he's a very self-effacing man. I don't know. It's just... He's a true artist and he loves what he does, and I don't know. I think probably Charlotte's got a bigger marketing team and it's all about marketing teams, isn't it? But I think his stuff is gorgeous. So this is his pink that I put on my lids yesterday, but I'm just going over the rose gold. I'm putting that in the socket. And also because I think Daniel's ethos is about sort of very much subtle. You know, a lot of trends at the moment are about blinging highlighter and full coverage, and he's not really, that's not his thing. So I think a lot of companies like Anastasia Beverly Hills and Huda Beauty, they've got beautiful makeup, but they're not subtle, are they, really? They're not what you would go to pick if you wanted subtle. And I just think the trends recently have been for very sort of, well, in the last few years, I should say, have been for very painted on brows and high coverage and, yeah, rather than kind of more natural look. Now, isn't that... And then I'll put a pop of the highlighter up here. I know I did this yesterday, guys, but I thought I'd combine it with Charlotte's and see what it's like. And then I'll show you the gold. I haven't put any powder on, but never mind. It's the gold on the cheeks. I think if you got olive in your skin, this really works as a highlighter. Otherwise, put it on your lids. See that? And I'll put a bit of his matte pink on my cheeks. It's not really showing up on camera, but it is in front of me for some reason. And let me put some of this here, the highlighter. I'm not really supposed to be going out at all. I'm not supposed to be even sitting up. I'm supposed to have my feet up, but I can't do that all day. I'll just go mad. So yeah, I'm supposed to be, every time they see me they say get off your feet, and I said tell that to my 10-year-old son. I'm not blaming him, it's me as well. If I sit still too long as well, my pain flares up. So it's all about, at the moment, it's very tiresome, and I'm sure you don't want to hear it in too much detail, but Sarah will know, it's all about managing different problems. So for example, I've got lymphedema, I'm supposed to wear compression hosiery, but you need to be careful with compression hosiery when you've got a foot ulcer. So I've been leaving the compression hosiery off. The foot ulcer starts to calm down, but then the swelling starts to get worse. So you're constantly having to juggle, and the same with pain, you know, with back pain. Sitting with your feet up all day doesn't help back pain, but I've been told to sit up with my feet up all day. So you have to kind of translate things, because if you did what everyone said to do, then basically you have to giggle. If I did what everyone told me to do, each healthcare professional, I'd be going against each one of them. So I have to kind of bring in common sense. And that's what I love about makeup as well, is like, you know, when you spent half an hour putting your compression tights on, and then the next day you've spent 20 minutes redressing your foot and doing all, it's quite nice to sit down and do something that's completely, trivial for want of a better word, but, you know, just something about making you feel good rather than making your health better. It's just, yeah, and it's more creative, obviously. Now, someone was asking about Glastonbury. This is going to look a little bit severe for the day. I always kind of like to, yeah, exactly. I always like to dab this on. Yeah, exactly. We have to do things when you're in agony, I know. But also there's times when you really have to stop. If I feel that this is getting worse, I will have to completely stop. But, and put my foot up, and I went out to Marks and Spencer's yesterday because I had to take something back to change. And I rang up my other half and said, what ready meals do you like? Because I ain't going to cook in the next few days. It's too much standing by the oven. Things like that, I think ahead. This is Glastonbury, okay? And one of you was asking if I would show you what Glastonbury looks like. Let me just dab it on first. It's very dark. So it's as dark as this jumper. So it can look a bit vampish. First of all, I'm going to put it on as a stain, and then I'll put it on full on, and you'll see what I mean. It is gorgeous. It reminds me when I was in my teens, there was this trend out for having very dark lipstick, almost black. And I came down the stairs wearing this black lipstick. I'm sure it was black. You know that phase that you go through for about 2 minutes. And my mum never used to say, get back upstairs and don't wear this sort of thing, because she figured if you did that, then it would go on a lot longer. So whatever I came down in, she'd go, oh, that looks lovely, darling. Or she'd make some funny comment. And I came down the stairs and she said to me, I think I need to take your pulse. My mum was a nurse, by the way. She said, because your lips look like... Exactly. So she wouldn't stop me going out. I look back at some pictures from when I was a teen. I said, why did you let me go out looking like that? And she said, because if I'd said no, it would have gone on for months. Whereas the fact that I didn't, it went on for a week and then you were over it. And she's so right. And I remember that. I remember that now with my son. It's like if there's... I mean, obviously, you have to have boundaries. And I think if I'd sort of come out with something that was really revealing or something, she would have said no, for your safety. But she didn't care. I went to my aunt's wedding and I'm still embarrassed looking at the photographs. So don't forget, it was the new romantic era. And my aunt's wedding, I wore a grey trilby hat. I had frizzy permed hair. Which was short at the sides and, you know, mullet and long at the back. Typical 80s. I had a grandad shirt on, a leather tie and a half lapel suit to my aunt's wedding. And I thought I looked like the bee's knees and I looked ridiculous. Gold lipstick. Oh, yeah. So that's it as a stain, going back to lipstick, which is quite nice. But then you put it on and it gets very dark. Which is fine, but I think if I was going to... I wouldn't wear it like that in the day because it's just too much. If I had my eyes done up for a nighttime and a nighttime dress, I would. But it's just a little bit too much, I think, for the day and a bit too blue-toned for me. But anyway, that is Glastonbury, to the lady that was asking me to swatch Glastonbury. Yeah, it's exactly. And do you know what I find that with, she's got one, the very first lipstick I got from Charlotte Tilbury, of course, was Night Crimson. Because I bought her look, which was Vintage Vamp. And that's quite similar. And it goes on quite dark. But if you just dab it onto your lips, it actually looks beautiful. It looks very plummy. And, or I often mix this with a lighter colour like I did the other day. So I got Velvet Underground, which is more cerise. And I mixed it with Velvet Underground and put the Velvet Underground in the middle, which kind of takes it off. And I thought, I know, I have got some tissues here. Just hold on a second. They are within reach. I remember now. Excuse me, everyone. So I'll blot this and then you'll see it's actually okay and it would go in my cardigan. I just wouldn't put it on that. So has anyone got any questions? I'm going to put some powder on. And then maybe put some of... Again, how about a Charlotte Sandler mix? A Tilbury Sandler mix. What I'm going to do is... I might put some gloss over that just to kind of take the bluiness off it. Pillow Talk blush. So I've put Daniel's Gold on to highlight, but I probably need something a tiny bit darker to show up. So if I take her Swish, my favourite mascara is Upward Lash by MAC. It's the one that you will see me use in most videos, and I've heard that they're discontinuing it. But I heard that a few months ago and they still haven't. The reason that I like it is because I've actually got quite long lashes, but they go straight. And sometimes they curve in. And it's really good for lifting the lash up. But it doesn't look... It doesn't look clumpy. Recently, I have been leaning towards Charlotte's Legendary Lashes Volume 2. Just because I'm trying to try out different ones because I know that they're discontinuing my favourite one. And the other one that I used yesterday, which I've only just started using, it depends what look you like. If you like your lashes to be very thick, or whether you like them to look sort of more natural but lifted, there's also this one which is called Respectism. Oh, Chanel. Do you know what? I haven't tried Chanel. So which one do you use by Chanel? Because I wouldn't mind, you know, trying some mascaras out. This one is for very sensitive eyes. Ah, you got a calendar. Well done, Deborah. Do you know what? I went yesterday to Marks and Spencer's. And, sorry, I didn't see Claire's message then. Let me use it. The volume, oh, Le Volume de Chanel. Okay. Okay, and you like dramatic. All right. I went to Marks yesterday because Mick, my other half, wanted to get this calendar for someone else. I better not say who in case they're watching. And I didn't go for that. I went to return something and they had loads of them there. So I thought, oh, now what do I get? Because there wasn't any makeup that I wanted from there. So I ended up getting myself a new dressing gown because I thought I'm always on here in my horrible dressing gown. And it's a really nice burgundy one. This isn't my dressing gown, by the way. But it was exactly £35, which is what you had to spend in order to buy it for £35. So... And he can't tell me off for getting a second dressing gown because I had to buy it so that I could get his calendar. Right, so I'm just putting the Charlotte's, the Swish on with Daniel's one because that's a little bit darker. Can you see? But they do work very well. They're on the same spectrum. And you see, you can also... You can put the Swish shade of her blush in the socket. Right, so back to mascara. So this won't be any good if you like volume, because this one is more good. It's good if you've got very sensitive, watery eyes. So Sarah, it might be good for you. But if you want something thick and volume, I definitely Legendary Lashes Volume 2 is very thickening. The other thing I definitely recommend, if you check back to my videos a couple of weeks ago, I showed Code FFL. It's a primer that you can put under any of your mascaras and you can get it on Beauty in the Boutique. Great. Okay, yeah, but get volume... Oh, I suppose she doesn't sell the older one now. She reformulated it, Volume 2, because apparently the first ones, a lot of people complaining about it transferring. So, yeah, Code FFL, and you put it under any mascara that you're wearing, and it adds warmth to it. So if I put Code FFL and then Legendary Lashes, it really is amazing. I'm trying to think about other volumizing ones. There's a Maybelline one, which Huda raves about, that is supposed to be very volumizing. That one that's in the big yellow, yellow wand. And I used to years ago, and I haven't had it for years. I used to, before my days of buying loads and loads of makeup, but just having one or two staple items, I used to get Lancome. Was it Definicils? All of theirs I think are quite good. But I've never tried Chanel. So, anything else before I go? Hi, Deborah. Guerlain do an amazing one. See, I've not tried Guerlain either. I think Guerlain lipsticks. Have I tried Guerlain lipsticks? Are they the ones that do the lipsticks that click open? I think they are, because I've got a couple of those. They're gorgeous. And now they do them that you can customise them. I think that's Guerlain, isn't it? This needs some gloss or something. Yes. So Guerlain and Chanel are volumizing. I might try it because I think when you lift up your lashes and you give them extra volume, especially when you're a hoodie, it does open your eyes up. The other one that's, if you want drugstore, they were raving about it. It's okay, but it's not wonderful. But the other one that is quite thickening is Paradise Mascara. It's supposed to be a dupe for the Too Faced one. You know, the Better Than Sex mascara. But I don't tend to buy Too Faced products. You can work out why. I bought a couple of things and my sister has, but I don't go out of my way anymore. Right, do you know what I think I might have within reach? The Paradise one. And I can put it on. Let me just think where it would be. I sit around makeup bags, you see. And not all day. I mean, when I'm doing the video, I kind of grab as much as I can, so that if you ask me something, I can put my hands on it. Now, is it in here? Let me see. Is it in here? Oh, it might be in that other one. I'll have a quick look. If I can find it, I shall show you. Where else would it be? No, I don't think I can. Oh, hang on. Hang on. I think it might be in here. The other one that I've got, which is thickening, but it's blue. I wanted a different colour. Is the one that Pixie Woo keeps going on about. It's their favourite. Oh, what's it called? Yves Saint Laurent Volume Effect. But this one's blue. But you want drugstore. Here we go. I found L'Oreal. I was going to say, what's TSK mean? Yeah, this one's YSL. But better not put that on today. Probably doesn't go. But I do sometimes wear that. I'm a bit of a rebel. Especially you can put it on your lower lashes. If you put it on your low, you know when I do that drop shadow and I put blue eyeliner on in my lower lashes. then I can put that on my lower lashes and it kind of accentuates it. But this is Paradise mascara. I'm hoping it hasn't dried up. No, it should be okay. Let's see. I'm doing the goldfish face again. So this is about $6.99, is it? I think it's drugstore anyway. It's definitely drugstore. You might have to build it up a bit, but it's not bad. Oh yeah, I've tried that as well, Deborah. It is. Yeah, just put black mascara and then use the blue just on the tips. Yeah, well, this is a lot cheaper than Chanel. You know, Nadine Baggett says, why do people spend money on mascaras? Because you're supposed to only keep them for 3 months. And that you're better just buying one and using it and throwing it because of eye hygiene. And so therefore, why buy an expensive mascara? Because there are plenty of good drugstore ones. She's done a video on it. If I can find it, I'll link it below. Because she actually went through her favourite drugstore. And I think this was one of them. I think this is drying up a bit. But it is quite volumizing. Might be a good thing to sort of test a few drugstore ones that say they're volumizing. If you want me to do that, I'll do it. I'll buy a few drugstore ones. Yeah, well they get all the freebies, don't they, Claire? They get all the freebie skincare. Okay, I'll do that. I'll get some drugstore ones because it'd be interesting for me to do a bit of a... I want to find one to replace my beloved Upward Lash, because that is definitely, you'll see, if you look back in most of my video descriptions, where I've put makeup worn, because I always put what I put on my face underneath. Most of them will say MAC Upward Lash, which is unusual for me because you know I swap between things, I get bored, but most of them will say MAC Upward Lash. So you see, you can build this up. There you are. Probably not as good as Chanel. What do you think? Is it? I'm not happy with this lipstick as it is. I need to put some gloss or something over it. Yeah, so that's... I wish I could remember how much it is, but I can put a link below. But Paradise mascara. Yeah, and it was, everybody was raving about it. In the States, apparently they've got about 3 different versions of this. They've got a waterproof version, a non-waterproof version, and a sensitive version or something. But here we've only got one. And they also brought out at the same time, because I've got it somewhere, I'm not going to look for it, but they brought out a brow pomade that looks exactly the same as the Anastasia. Oh, does it? Well, I haven't. So there you go. So it is good then. I haven't tightlined. I haven't, honestly. Because I've been putting on my makeup while I'm here, look. I actually quite like tightlining. I like the feeling. It feels like you're giving your eyes a good scratch. But some people hate it, I know. And when I was younger, I used to close my eyes and just do that and do the upper and lower tight line in one go. I can't do it now. My eyes are too sensitive. But I'd literally shut my eye onto the pencil and do that, and it would do both at the same time. Okay. You can't open your eyes for it. Well, the trick is that you should actually look away. And then, obviously, if you get your pinky, and you look away from it. Because if you look towards it, obviously, Mother Nature's going to make you shut your eyes because you've got something coming towards your eye. But if you just lower your lower lid like that, and then actually just gently press your eye against it, and then look away. I love the little laughing emoticons. It's as though you're actually laughing. I haven't put any magic away. I'm going to put a bit of magic away on, and then I shall finish off if no one has any other questions. I'm putting the lighter one on today. And I must do something with my hair. The reason I'm wearing all these headbands at the moment is because it's an absolute mess. I haven't had it cut in ages, but I was thinking I might grow it a bit longer. I don't mean long, but it was very cropped before, and I was thinking I might have a sort of fuller volume cut. Put some of this around here. I know, isn't it annoying? Do you know what I thought today? I thought I better take the lid off before I start doing my makeup. But because I put the foundation on with a brush, my hands are dry, but they really haven't considered it. It's really hard to pull it off. And this is, as I said in my video, what I did the other day, I'm not going to do it because this is one of my new things that I got. But I got it and I thought, oh, I'll do that. And I pulled it off and it literally went all over my jumper. Oh yeah, it's terrible. Look. In fact, I should give that a bit of a... It is terrible. Deborah, if you're still there, Deborah said she took the sponge off. And just used it without the sponge. But I do think they need to rethink the packaging of this. I like the way it blends in and dabs it into the skin, because I do think it stops you using too much, because it is very high coverage. But they just haven't. So what, you just pulled the sponge straight off? I don't know whether I want to do that on mine. And what was underneath, Deborah? What was underneath when you pulled the sponge off? Did it look like the Huda one? Oh, definitely if you're near the end of it, it would be a good thing to try. So it looked like the Huda one. Okay. So it's got a little hole and then... Okay. I might try that when I get near the end. And yet you've got all that in the lid as well. Oof. I wouldn't want... Do you know what I wouldn't want to do? I wouldn't want them to put this on me in... Like if I was having a makeover. Because there's no way that they could... They must have to do that and then dab it onto your hands. Because if they came near me with that, there's no way I'd let them. I'm just, you know, when you go to Charlotte Tilbury and they're doing a makeover on you, because they do use the retoucher on you. Or do they put that on their hands? I'm just interested to know, but there's no, they must have to do that and put it on with their fingers, because there's no way. Ah! Makeup artists. Yeah, get to know loads of makeup artists. That's the thing. Right, I've now cleaned out my lid. Okay, well, I'm going to love you all and leave you. Let me know. So, you want me to test out some mascaras? I'll do that. And I will film a foundation Friday. Let me know if there's particular... I'm not going to buy new foundations, but if there's a particular type of foundation that you want me to try next, like light coverage, medium coverage, full coverage. Otherwise, I'll just pick one at random. I've still got a few left to show you. That's why I don't want to buy any more, because it's getting silly. I could show you the La Roche one, but spoiler alert, I can't stand it. I bought it because I've got sensitive eyes and it's hypoallergenic, but I just don't like the look of it on my skin at all. But I could show it you. Okay, well, thank you for joining me. Please carry on, leave any comments below, even if it's not in the live chat, and I will respond, and I will dig out, I was going to dig out a link. Remind me what link I was going to, I'll look back and I'll remind myself what link I was going to put up for you. And have a great day, and I'll see you very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.